next one is going to be AMP for our AMP community on Twitter.
All right, so let's move over to AMP and let me adjust the charts. Again, with AMP, it's still a relatively new coin. So when I'm doing technical analysis on the weekly time frame, we don't have very much data to necessarily work with. But let me show you what we do have. So I believe my Fibonacci is probably drawn on the monthly time frame. So let's go over to the monthly time frame. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, no, so it must be drawn on the weekly time frame. But again, I like to look at the extremely large time frames. And this looks good. AMP almost looks like, we've obviously have crashed down to the downside. We've wicked up to the upside. Candle bodies still are closing down to the bottom. We endured these extremely low levels, right, where our bottom of our Fibonacci is, before going not necessarily parabolic, but that was still an insane move.
Yeah, I mean, and it's been down for such a long time that this was just, it was insane.
Right. It was a nice relief pump, I will admit that.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely brought people's spirits up because this project's been down for a while now.
Right.
And, we've been in most of the time that I've been in crypto, I've been in this coin. So
True.
Definitely, gave us some more momentum to keep going and hold strong on this coin because, we still believe in it. We haven't sold any of it yet. Or done anything with it. We've just been holding, waiting for it to see what it's going to do. And it seems like finally, Flexa and Ampera and all the companies related to this token, there's a lot of things are going on in the market. They're doing things right now. So, yeah, there you go.
True. Don't forget about Sheetz, the gas station.
Yes,
mainly East Coast, and that's something random, just right here with us too, is that I want to see why aren't they in California?
Yes, that would be the next market that should be at. But we could just wait now. It seems like a lot of things are happening on the backdrop that we don't know about, and they just they're keeping it quiet. The only thing that people have give the. Are you gonna keep looking at it real quick?
Yep, I'm gonna go from the monthly time frame down to the weekly time frame, and we could take a look from that. Let me adjust the charts a little bit. So again, you could see that I have things drawn, but again, it's a lot for the upside movement, and I haven't extended it out yet because we're just not there yet. Spots for AMP though, there's a decent amount to the upside. Obviously, we could run extremely far. We could run and run and run and run all the way up to all-time highs. Potential for going higher is a lot more potential for the upside than to the downside. Our percentage movements to the downside are extremely low, right? You see our lows here, right? This movement compared to, almost an unlimited top. We could go hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of percentages until we start to cool off.
Gotcha.
So one thing I want to do is I want to measure current price real fast just for my own knowledge. I'm trying to get this as good as I could. To the bottom of my red box is 800%.
Wow.
799.51% from the bottom of my red box that I have drawn. The top of the red box, 912% from current price is insane. And again, like I said in the Bitcoin video, I like to have a red box of resistance/support. I have it drawn here from February 7th, 2022. And then again, as times went on, I've just extended it. But I do like the top of this wick specifically. Then I stopped it at the next week's, top of the next week's wick, and then just extended it out. And so eventually, as time goes on, the bottom of the wick is at 0.033 cents. Top of the red box is at 0.037 cents. So again, it's in the 3-cent range, and we have some time to get there, definitely. But Yeah, AMP is hard to do analysis on because it's just you expect the movement to the upside, right? We get a huge candle, we get an even bigger wick, and then just sell off, right? Sell off, a little bit of consolidation, sideways movement, sell off, wick to the upside to give us hope, sell off, and now we're just sideways. But luckily, we've been going sideways for a lot longer than this, so hopefully we could expect that movement back up to the upside. Trend lines are tough to do on AMP, again, because there's just not very much data coming in. So trend lines are a bit iffy when it comes to AMP, but I do have these horizontal blue rays here. Then I have some white ones at the top. These are support levels where AMP could potentially come down to, and unfortunately it's at 0.002, 0.00296. But again, those movements to the downside compared to the movements to the upside are extremely, that you have such a big difference there, right? Because you would have movement to the downside from current price to 0.296, 297, 20% versus right to this red box of resistance, 105%,
yep.
top of the box, 118%, right? Back up to 0.013, 250%, and so on and so forth. But with AMP specifically, I'll keep this one a little bit shorter. My targets for AMP, for like our friends that swing trade, that I have set up to swing trade AMP specifically, they have some sell orders at 0.0249. And that's a big area that I feel with AMP. When we get there, are we going to carry momentum, or is it just going to get wicked back down, right? Like when we moved up here to 0.01, almost 7, 0.016.
That's a big ass wick.
Right? We just got slapped down with all the sell orders. So again, we know the potential behind AMP, the potential behind Flexa, the work that they're putting in, the effort they're putting in this market, the years of everything that they've been doing, meeting with the Congress and so on and so forth, all of their partners. We know the potential behind AMP. It's up now. AMP needs to move, get that interest from the rest of the market, and people do their own research, like, oh, well, why is this coin moving so much? Oh, because of what they're doing, the partners with Chipotle, Dunkin Donuts, everybody, gas stations now with sheets. So yeah, go ahead.
When it had its pump that last time, that big ass candle right there with the wick, it was trending on X.
Right.
And it was trending because everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of how this word of mouth, at this moment, if it was like a poop coin, already be to the moon.
Right. And something with poop coins versus AMP is AMP has so much utility. There's $160 million USD value staked to Flexa capacity. So it blows my mind that something with so much potential, that's putting in so much work, so much effort, that already has so many partners and is solving real world issues, isn't trending. How is this? I don't get it. Like, how is Dogecoin trends better than AMP token?
Well, it's more fun. People don't like the boring technical analysis, the actual information about it.
Yeah, that's something that blows my mind. But so let's move on now to Anvil.
Well, look at this channel. We're giving people a lot of good information. It hasn't taken off yet. We're like AMP right now.
True, exactly. Exactly.
They'll find us.
That is true.